Hello, welcome back. I'm Statman Dave. Today, I'm going to take a look at how Manchester United can beat Atletico in the Champions League. It's a massive game. Get into the comments below your score predictions. Of course, check out SofaScore link in the description below. But anyway, let's get this party started. Well, this is Man United's season. This is the season finale, or the potential season finale. Manchester United versus Atletico Madrid. So today we're going to take a look at how Man United can beat Atletico, what they need to do. We're going to look at Atletico's players that are missing, but also what are the keys for United to attack. I think, looking as an overview, the likes of the fullbacks getting high is going to be important to overload the flanks. Fred, Cristiano Ronaldo, and what the Man United do without Bruno Fernandes, because he is a risk and a concern for the game. So in terms of our predicted lineups for the match, Manchester United predicted setup in a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3, however you want to look at it. Atletico very much will play 3-5-2. That has been their go-to shape at the moment. And I think the big thing with Atletico is the injuries. There's a lot of players that are out. The likes of Matheus Cunha, Daniel Vaz, Vaselko doubtful, Lamar doubtful, Hermoso out. Kondogbia is basically fighting for him to be fit for the game. He's been working very, very hard in training. He was really good in the first leg, I thought. He's someone that could come back and make a big impact. Yannick Carrasco is obviously suspended, and Angel Correa, who came off the bench against Cadiz and was very good, also slightly doubtful for the game. I think the big thing with Diego Simeone at his side, it's that aggression and that work rate. The players have to play at 300 miles an hour to really kind of engage. Atletico are in good form in La Liga, beat Celta Vigo, beat Betis, and beat Cadiz since playing Manchester United. But I watched the Cadiz game at the weekend, and Cadiz created a hatful of chances and probably should have won the game. Mandava at the back should have been sent off as well. Pretty disgraceful two-footed lunge, but it got VAR'd and rescinded. Atletico, from a structural perspective, it very much is 3-5-2. We could see the kind of the back four in there. Yannick Carrasco takes up really interesting positions. He does play as the wing back or the left wing back, but kind of drifts inside. Obviously, right-footed. He's technically an attacker, gets some freedom. But good news for United, obviously, he is out suspended, so it will be Rennie Lodi, who came off the bench in the second half against Cadiz. Finished off with numbers 2 out of his 3 tackles, 5 out of his 10 duels, completed 93% of his passes, and of course 1 out of 1 of his dribbles. So that will be the shape for Atletico. Rodrigo de Paul played well in central midfield as BH Vitali. 3, Su for Ronaldo. There you go, BH. But Rodrigo de Paul, someone United needs to watch out for. Late arriving in the box for his goal, but created 3 chances in the match. And he's someone that Man United needs to be dealing with in a sort of possession perspective. You need to know that he's someone that will get on the ball, will try to create. João Felix is just in João Felix form right now, very hot at the moment. Player that likes to drift into that left channel, get into that left wing position. If United get it, allow him to have a 1v1 with the right back, there could be a big concern for United. But of course, let's roll back to the first leg, the 1-1 draw in the Wanda Metropolitana. Luckily, I was there for Anthony Elanga's goal. Rhythm is a dancer. Anthony Elanga was raining out, but Atleti were really unfortunate not to go into the second leg. A goal up, 2 goals up. They beat United's XG 1.33 for Atleti to, of course, 0.56 for Manchester United. United had all the possession, but couldn't do anything with the ball, whereas Atletico were breaking well. Of course, João Felix with the goal for Atletico, but the likes of Angel Correa really busy in the match. And Kondogbia is the one that is reportedly out of the game. Touch and go for him. I thought he was absolutely fantastic. The way that he not only spread the play, but won his duels. He destroyed Paul Pogba. Won 9 out of his 10 ground duels. And a lot of the tackles, 4 out of 4 tackles, 3 interceptions, came on Paul Pogba. And that was a really good kind of man-to-man performance for Atleti. So I think the thing for Manchester United, I think maybe Nemanja Matic coming in could be a really important thing for the game. It feels very much that could be the setup. But let's take a look at Atletico's 3-5-2. It is aggressive. It is very much man-to-man, and they will press you high up the pitch. United really struggle with that, so the build-up needs to be a lot better for Manchester United. So how do Manchester United overcome Atletico Madrid's 3-5-2. Let's load Atletico in. Right, so Atletico Madrid, 3-5-2. Kondogbia's fitness is obviously very, very important. As I previously mentioned, I thought he did a really good job on Paul Pogba, who, in fact, I wouldn't start for this game if Bruno Fernandes is fit. I think if Bruno Fernandes is fit, I think Paul Pogba goes onto the bench and he can be a real impact player off the bench. Alternatively, could start Paul Pogba high on the left wing. That'd be the only position that I'd play Paul Pogba in this match. Feel like you could maybe overload the right-hand side of Atletico's defence with Paul Pogba in there, with Telles, providing that width in the final third, basically creating a 2v1 on Savic and Llorente in there. If Ronaldo can drift as well, I think that would be kind of an important part of United's game plan. But if, of course, Bruno Fernandes is fit, I'd probably prefer the pace of Anthony Elanga from the start, from the right-hand side, Jadon Sancho on the left. I think with the midfield work of Fred and Bruno, Matic holding's really important. I think we've seen recently how important Matic is to United's team, not only with the deep passing as we saw against Spurs with the assist for Cristiano Ronaldo, and I think that's really important, spinning in behind the wide areas of a back three. I think that's going to be a big place for United to attack and to create chances for Cristiano Ronaldo. But also I think, looking at the midfield area, having Fred as a right-sided central midfielder and allowing him to provide the energy and the aggression is really, really important. But also you look at the creativity as well. Only Jadon Sancho created more chances in the 3-2 win over Spurs than Fred. And I think that energy and work rate and that ability to play high is kind of important for United. And we know that Matic has got that ability to play. We know Varane, who played the ball to Fred for the Ronaldo goal, can do that. But also when you look at Fred against Spurs, was top for progressive passes, tackles plus interceptions, and touches on the pitch. I think Fred in a high position, very, very important to hassle and to really harry the midfield of Atleti as well. That's a big, big part, whether it is Kondogbia or Hector Herrera, getting in and around their defensive midfield and making it uncomfortable for Atletico. Because I think at the Wanda, Atletico made it very uncomfortable for Manchester United. They squeezed super high at the pitch with their 5-man midfield. And United really struggled to play through it. It was kind of like this, really impregnable line. And I think having Sancho and Elanga on the flanks, providing that width and the runs in behind with Ronaldo dropping, I think that will cause Atleti a lot of problems from the base. But also, we spoke about them before, but fullbacks very, very important in this game. When Atletico do defend deep, they do set with 5 at the back, 3 in midfield, and the 2 forwards really drop off the line. Whether it is Correa and Felix or whether it is Antoine Griezmann in there, they will both play off the centre halves, and United need to find a way to play through them. And I think one of the big ways of doing that, number one, is Ronaldo getting in between the lines, operating in those areas, Bruno and Fred getting high, but also potentially creating overloads on the back line with the 2 wide players. So if Bruno can take the attention of the outside centre-back on the left-hand side, and Sancho can maybe drift in to receive, then Telles has got a kind of free run on the back line. I think fullback's very, very important in this game, not only with Telles on the left-hand side, but similar with Diogo Dalot on the right-hand side. You want to be creating that 2v1 angle in those wide areas to get round the Atletico Madrid shape. But I think it's all about balance. If one fullback goes, let's say Dalot's going, ball's on the right-hand side of the pitch, Telles needs to drop in. United need to create this kind of like 3-2 structure and build-up with a wing-back. Basically, they're going to throw what I think they should do in an attacking sense is have the sort of 4 attackers in there and then throwing a fullback with Fred maybe playing in a slightly deeper position, but at times obviously can rotate round. But I think fullbacks in this game really important. One of the big things as well with Alex Telles with his delivery from set pieces, it is the best at United, and that's a big reason why someone like Alex Telles should be in the team. United are quite a tall team, and recently United have scored goals from set pieces. You think Maguire against Leeds, and of course Cristiano Ronaldo versus Tottenham with an absolutely fantastic header. But it came from Alex Telles and his delivery, which is really good from set pieces and a reason why he should be in the team. He's got the best delivery in terms of the amount of chances that his corners lead to, the amount of goals that his corners lead to in the Manchester United squad. And he should be someone that is constantly on set pieces. Very, very important. But on top of that, of course, Cristiano Ronaldo scored that header against Tottenham Hotspur, grabbed himself a hat-trick, scored the most hat-tricks in the history of football. But also on the same time of that, he had 8 shots in the game. It looked really good. Ronaldo, very, very important. And his record versus Atletico Madrid is simply fantastic. Ronaldo's played 36 games. He scored 25 goals, 17 wins, 10 draws, and 9 defeats against Atletico. You also think about the goals in knockout stages of the Champions League. He's got more than any other player in the history of the tournament. And he is United's top scorer in the Champions League this season with 6. Getting the best out of Ronaldo is so important. One of the things with Cadiz as well, just going back to that game at the weekend that I watched, Cadiz put a lot of balls into the box, and Atletico were quite slow to stop that. When you think about Dalot's delivery, can be very, very good from that right-hand side, but maybe more importantly, on the left-hand side, Telles from deep is very, very good, and if United can stack bodies into the box, when Telles is putting it in, I think that's an avenue. Cadiz created a lot of opportunities where they're basically 4v4 in the box. We're talking Atletico's wing-back will go out and pressurise the ball. And then have a situation where the left wing-back will drop and the back 4 will drop. And there was a few times where Cadiz got to a situation where they had a 4v4 in the Atleti penalty area when the ball's coming into the box. And I think that's something that United need to do. Jan Oblak looks super shaky still when coming to claim. So if United can work that angle where they're putting balls in and around him, that could be a problem. When you're looking at Oblak's form, very, very shaky. He has had a save percentage of 80% since the first leg. However, he's letting an extra 0.1 expected goals. He's conceded 2 goals from a post shot. Expected goals of 1.9. Still showing that he's not quite there. One of the big concerns for Man United, of course, is Bruno Fernandes. Is he going to be fit out with COVID? That is a problem. But Paul Pogba, what you get from Paul Pogba, maybe from that position, is extra height in the penalty area. And if United are going to go down this line of getting balls into the box from deep, from Telles, or getting Sancho in behind and then Telles crossing into the box, having Paul Pogba in there is actually probably quite a good thing. So it's whether Bruno is back, currently in training, whether he'll be back, I'm not exactly sure. But in terms of Bruno Fernandes, his stats in the Champions League have been absolutely fantastic. When we talk about players carrying Manchester United, Bruno, from a creative sense, has been carrying United for quite a while. In the Champions League, currently on 6 assists in 6 games, an assist every single game. Obviously assisted the Elanga goal with a really good through ball in the first leg with Elanga to fire the ball home. But in terms of the expected assists, he's got the second expected assist in the league, in the Champions League this season, behind only Kingsley Coman. And you're looking at him versus Paul Pogba. Pogba against Spurs at number 10 was slightly disappointing in the match against Spurs. Created 0 chances, completed 33% of his dribbles, just won 5 of his 15 duels. But also from the Atletico Madrid game, as I mentioned previously, Kondogbia did an absolute job on Paul Pogba in the match. Did really well 1v1, completed 0 dribbles, 1 chance created, 0 shots in the match. So that's definitely something to look out for. But in terms of Man United, I feel there's an avenue to win this game. There's a definite ability of the players. One thing is keeping João Felix quiet. Really good run of form for him right now. 5 goals and assists in his last 5 games, including a goal in the first leg. He's averaging a goal or an assist every 66 minutes at the moment. That is a big concern with him. And also, as we previously mentioned, scored 4 goals in the first 10 minutes of games, which is definitely a concern for Manchester United. But United got Cristiano Ronaldo. In the Champions League, Ronaldo is the guy. Only Nkunku, Salah, Benzema, Haller and Lewandowski have scored more goals than Ronaldo in the Champions League. When you think about his Champions League numbers as well, the amount of times he's stepped up for United against the likes of Atalanta, Villarreal in the group stages, absolutely sublime. But yeah, big stuff, guys. Big stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. Do get your score predictions in below. Will Bruno Fernandes start for United? Can they get to the quarterfinals? Big game. See you later.